Spanning multiple eras and systems, the Castlevania franchise has seen many amazing milestones. Over time, the series has received critical acclaim and defined the action platformer genre. However, it all started back in 1986, when the first title was developed for the Nintendo Entertainment System. The original 8-bit Castlevania title set a standard for all future action games, and became known for its intense gameplay, interesting bosses, and difficulty. Perhaps the most noteworthy aspect, however, was its story. The aim of this video is to provide a complete, concise, chronological story explanation for the entirety of the game. Whenever possible, official footage and artwork will be used. And now, let's get into the tale. By the year 1691, Transylvania had witnessed a golden century of peace following the efforts of Christopher Belmont, a famous vampire hunter who disposed of Count Dracula. Over time, however, the hearts of men turned black as they yearned for chaos and destruction. As Easter celebrations broke out 100 years later, malevolent men gathered together to conduct a black mass. Their ultimate goal was to resurrect Count Dracula, the evil foe that was vanquished so long ago. To do so, they would exploit a temporary weakness in the strength of holy power. In the end, a bolt of lightning surrounded the monastery where the dark ritual was held, signaling the resurrection of Dracula. Along with him, his legendary castle, which had fallen 100 years ago, reappeared in Transylvania, and his legions of underlings reformed. As the descendant of Christopher Belmont, Simon Belmont realized the importance of his lineage. As the wielder of the vampire killer whip, his ancestor's weapon, he decided to take it upon himself to confront Dracula. By doing so, he hoped to restore peace to Transylvania in 1691. Approaching the adversary's castle, Simon enters through the front gate. Passing through the entrance hall, he reaches the Phantom Bat, a menace that flies through the air and swoops down upon him. After he is defeated, Simon moves deeper into the castle. Fighting his way past the castle tower, he reaches Medusa, a fabled antagonist with a gaze of stone and hair of snakes. After she's defeated, Simon moves ever closer to his primary objective. Fighting his way through the castle roof, he eventually is confronted by the Mummy Men, a pair of monsters that throw bandages at Simon. In the end, he slays them as well. After circumventing the catacombs, the vampire hunter soon reaches his next true challenge, Frankenstein and Igor, which pose a double threat. Frankenstein attacks from the ground while Igor jumps and hurls fireballs from the sky. The next threat for Simon is the Grim Reaper, a fierce enemy that throws sickles as he flies through the room. However, Simon is able to overcome him as well and moves further into the castle. After crossing through the clock tower, he reaches the inner sanctum. There, he finally discovers Count Dracula, the legendary vampire himself. Materializing from his mask, he confronts the vampire hunter. With his incredible power, Dracula can warp around the room and shoot fireballs at Simon. Nevertheless, Simon is successful in destroying the mask, but this only succeeds in unveiling his second form, the spirit of Dracula. As the evil foe is vanquished once again, Dracula's castle collapses upon itself, and the forces of good prevail over the evildoers that resurrected the vampire. However, in the process, Simon was terribly wounded by Dracula. He is marked by a curse of death, an affliction that lasts for several years. And that concludes my complete story explanation for Castlevania. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel for more story explanations, and click the bell to be alerted upon the release of new content. Also, please consider using the join functionality to support the channel, check out my other videos, and leave a comment below with your favorite storyline moment from Castlevania.